Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from My Stand Gamers, and welcome. So today we're going to be taking a look at some features that have been removed from Space Engineers, as well as 2 or 3 hidden features as well. Now, first off, let's start with a feature that you know has been removed from the game, and something that the community would really like to get back as well, and that is of course ladders. Now, many moons ago, many of you newer players wouldn't have even seen them, but ladders were introduced into the game, and in my opinion they worked very well indeed. The only issue that the developers had with them is they caused some issues when ships started to get moving, causing random desync areas and players to be stuck on ladders and launched into space. It was quite a nightmare, but at the same time it was pretty important to have a ladder on your spaceship. It really allowed you to navigate your ship both vertically and horizontally in different situations. It allowed you just to build your ship completely differently. Now moving on to the second object that was removed. Well, you could say this one was never really introduced. Before the warhead, there was a block called the explosive cube. Now, this was a planned block for Space Engineers, but it was removed from the toolbar and replaced with the warhead. The object was planned to work, I guess, in a similar sort of manner, and from the discussions on the wiki page, a lot of people thought it would be a simplified version of the explosive cube without, well, the explosive cube would be a simplified version of the warhead without the timer or some of the advanced features, something that was just basically a block that would explode when it was impacted on or when it was shot at. Something a little bit like a cheaper alternative, but we never ended up seeing anything more from it. Now, another feature that was removed, this was removed more likely to an update, was digital camo. Now, the heavy armor block has a camouflage pattern on it at the moment, but before this it had a lovely funky digital camo pattern, and as you can see here from the footage that we've got a few various color combinations, and I thought it did look quite futuristic and really fitted in some of the ship's design. The reason for the removal of the change, I'm really not too sure. You'll have to make your mind up if you like this camo more in the description below. Now moving on to number 4. This is the assault rifle. Now, the assault rifle was more of a change due to an update in how they wanted the game to actually feel. If you looked at the previous assault rifle, it was based on the G36C. Some components have been cut out, the stock had been changed, but you could really tell if you're interested in your firearms that it was just a G36. And for the developers to give it a bit more of a spacey feel, you can see that they changed it to the current build of the assault rifle. Too bad that is not available in the game as a secondary assault type weapon. That'd be quite cool to have a classic version as well as the updated version as well. Now, the final hidden feature, this is something that you can actually get as a modification, but it does exist in the base game, you just can't spawn it in, and it is the skeleton corpse of the astronaut. This is something that a lot of players do know about, and it is absolutely amazing to get it into your world for building certain sorts of scenarios. Say for instance an abandoned outpost, you can stick this skeleton of an astronaut in there and you can kind of tell a little bit of a story. You can leave him with a hidden PDA giving information on how he basically escaped or how he even died, or even give you something to work on for a little bit of a campaign mission. A great feature. I wish the block was actually available to place freely whenever you wanted to. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. That was 5 quick hidden features as well as some blocks that have been removed as well. Hopefully it piqued your interest, and I will see you next time.